Okay.
So, speaking of Wally, you told us that the Mets had you pegged as an infielder, but he moved you to the outfield. How had that transition gone for you? And looking at the Mets today, is that something you look at on a daily basis and thinking, you know what, I've been in their organization, maybe they can give me a call?
Absolutely. I started out in the infield when I was drafted by them, and a couple years into my minor league career, they started moving me around a little bit. And I remember Wally, really liking me a lot more in the outfield, especially when I went up to Las Vegas that year to play with him. It's been going really well since he made me a full-time outfielder here with the Ducks. Kind of embraced it and asked my dad for a lot of advice. He was an outfielder, obviously, and Wally, and they were both old school guys. They see the game differently than players do in the moment, and I think it's a better decision for me in my career. And then when I look at the Mets, like you said, and all the injuries they had, the positions where the injuries are, I definitely feel like I fill in, because I was already there at the highest levels with them. I feel like that would be a great opportunity that I would embrace.
I believe you led the team in outfield assists last season as well, right?
Yeah.
So that is, you have the arm as well.
Yeah, I led the Mets system in outfield assists too, I think 2016, my first year with them in the outfield, yeah.
So being the son of a former major leaguer, especially one that was somewhat of an idol here in New York, is that difficult? Like, would it almost be easier for you to play maybe for one of the other teams, but not right in the backyard that everyone knows your last name?
Yeah, everyone said that, my come up, I guess, if you want to call it that. And that's never been a thought in my mind. Everyone say, well, maybe if you take a Mazzilli to Minnesota or something, and somewhere smaller market, it might be a little easier. But I was born around this market, and I was born around my dad, who's, like you said, a little bit of an idol at his time. I'm kind of used to it, so it doesn't really faze me.
It's also strange because your dad was a teammate of Wally's.
Yeah.
And now Wally's your manager. Yeah. So what's that like? Playing for a guy that was a teammate of yours?
It's awesome. We talk like me and Wally talk like him and my dad talk. Like friends, and we're very honest and transparent with each other, and we love to talk the game. I like how my dad and him can have conversations, without me, maybe about me or about the game or whatever, because I learn from it, and then I get good feedback from the two legends of the game.
Having played in AAA, now here, what are the differences that you see between Atlantic League and AAA?
I think it's very similar when it comes to the experience of the players and the ability to play the game at the highest level. I think a little bit of a difference is, you get younger, more projectable prospects in the minor leagues in AAA and AA, those levels. Here you have a little mixture of that, but you also have a mixture of guys who have some time in the big leagues and they know how to play the game the right way. So the experience level kind of matches the talent level, I would say, at both leagues. So it's very comparable.
Do you have a goal, a time frame? I'll give it so many more years. What's in the back of your mind?
That's a good question. I was contemplating that all off season this year. I wasn't sure if I was going to play again, to be honest, after that COVID season. I think my dad was saying to me before, he said, your physical prime is now until you're about 34. And I feel at the top of my physical prime right now, so it's hard to answer that going forward. But my dad always would tell me, he said, you would feel it if you don't want to play anymore. You'll know. Right now, I don't know.
We were talking to Wally and Lou about launching, and obviously that's what people look for. They look for the home runs after the game today. Is it too much of a temptation to go up there looking for the home run every time you're at bat to get the eyes of scouts, as opposed to doing the little things that win ball games for teams?
Yeah, it's always been that way, coming up to this. Everyone wants to make it to the big leagues and be noticed. You always want to be someone on the field that's noticed over a lot of people, so you can kind of separate yourself. But I think a good mixture of that and then playing the game hard the right way. Scouts, they get paid to do this, you know what I mean? And these evaluators for these teams, they're obviously in those roles for a reason. They know how to evaluate players and decipher whether or not they have what it takes. So for me, all I try to do is play my game the best way I can possibly play it, ball as hard as I can. Not try to do too much or anything crazy, but also always, give 100% effort and stuff like that, because I think that will always be noticed.
Awesome. I hope I don't see a lot of you here
Thanks.
this season. I hope I see more of you in City Field.
Yeah.
Good luck,
too.
man.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.